It allows us to have 16 times the detail. 16 times the detail. 16 times the detail. 16 times the detail. 16 times the detail.
Hey! Who turned off the lights? Hey! What the hell? What's going on?
It allows us to have 16 times the detail. 16 times the detail.
How's it going? Welcome back to another great video here on The Savior Show. I'm excited. Are you excited, boys? If you're not, then, sniff up that white snow, baby, and you're gonna get excited with me. Because today, we're gonna take a look at the game that never dies, okay? We're looking at Skyrim in 2023. And believe it or not, even though Todd Howard is like a crazy madman, Todd Howard, okay, puts Walter White to shame because he's slinging Skyrim like it's the goddamn best thing in the world. Todd Howard knows exactly how to cook it up, repackage it, and sell it out to absolutely everyone. And it doesn't matter what console, you can play Skyrim on Alexa, you can play Skyrim on the fridge. So today, boys, we are taking a look at Skyrim in 2023 and how to mod Skyrim in 2023, the best mods of Skyrim for 2023, and I'm basically just going to showcase Skyrim Modded in 2023. Have I said 2023 enough? I don't know, YouTube algorithm, you tell me. You gotta worship the YouTube robots that control our very existence. Now, if you do enjoy this content, make sure that you do subscribe, join the Savior community today. Yes, I am a madman, but trust me, you will want to join this channel, subscribe, and become a disciple. We expose the establishment and make all kinds of great gaming content and philosophical videos. Check out my music on Spotify to support me and consider a donation. And with all that said, let's dive into this modded Skyrim in 2023. I'm gonna showcase some of the best mods and what you need to do to make Skyrim next gen. And yeah, let's just dive into it. The good thing about Skyrim is because it's been around for so long now, you can literally transform it into whatever kind of game you want, okay? Now, when I was a teenager, I was obsessed with modding and building Skyrim into different types of games. I made a whole Star Wars version in Skyrim, and that was great, to kind of play as a Sith, as an edgelord, come to life. But now it's so old at this point that people are doing so many crazy things with Skyrim, and in 2023, it's the best time to dive in because technology has had a massive leap forwards, and now if you have a beast of a machine, you can mod Skyrim to look better than most AAA games. You can use parallax textures that make everything, 3D, even though it's a 2D texture. You can add so many new gameplay mechanics. If you want to make this more like a Lord of the Rings world space, you can do that. If you want to make the battle system more like Dark Souls, you can do that. You can transform this game into pretty much whatever type of fantasy game you want, yet keep the good elements of what made Skyrim great to begin with. Because I know we like to make fun of Todd Howard and Bethesda games, even though I am a big fan of their games. Skyrim was special because of its ambience, the music, which was just incredible, and it still is incredible, compared to a lot of open world games nowadays, which are very formulaic, very boring. Thank God games like Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Elden Ring exist, because I think people are sick of what the industry has become, especially the AAA gaming side of things. The modern day gaming industry has become sellout whores, and even though Bethesda fell down that rabbit hole as well, selling mods and stuff like that, we can still appreciate that Skyrim is a great game. And the sad reality is we're not going to get Elder Scrolls until we're like goddamn old boomers, okay? That's just the sad truth. If you're new to the channel, like I said, make sure you do subscribe and watch until the end of the video for a special announcement, okay? However, if you're a long-time viewer, you will know I don't care about graphics, okay? But for people who do have the powerhouse to mod Skyrim, I would suggest that you download, number one, these parallax textures, okay? And you can find them on the mod manager. and I would individually download these to make the game just look absolutely breathtaking. It won't cover every single texture in the game, but it will cover most of them, and then you just download a random high texture pack to cover the other base textures. So here we have Skyrim textures redone. This is a great mod to have to cover, you know, just some of the more common textures, and then you can just find individual parallax textures. Having these mods installed will completely destroy the FPS in your game. I can't handle most of these textures because my machine is pretty old at this point, but you can download different resolutions which might help the FPS. But you know, you can download these individually, like Ice Cave. You can get you know, the farmhouse. This is a must-have mod for anyone, and especially in 2023, because Skyrim hasn't aged massively well when it comes to just some of the lazy Bethesda, you know, textures and models. You can see here, you know, this is what a rope would look like. You don't have much consequence in Skyrim or impact, even though you do have a lot of agency, and a lot of other open world games do a lot better at the sense of exploration, like Elden Ring, or, you know, impact with the world like New Vegas. But Skyrim does have something special, and that's just the kind of meditative atmosphere that it has, and the sheer sense of scale and exploration. So if you want like a chill experience and you're tired of open world games, the new modern open world games, definitely download Skyrim again, mod it, and get Skyrim modded in 2023, and use these base mods because it just makes it stand out a lot more. You can see here just how much it changes some of the base things and just gives it a lot more texture quality to them. I would say one of the biggest problems Skyrim has is the AI are brain dead. I mean, Bethesda are known for having, you know, pretty much robots running around the place and just, you know, walking into each other, and the cold, dead-eye looks that they have. They can see your very soul. They know what kind of person you are. They know that you're a degenerate filth because you spend too much time obsessing about the artistry of video games, okay? So they can see your soul, and if you want to fix that, then definitely download the character overhaul and download some AI improvements, because that is a big factor. I personally think graphics don't make a good game, just the same with special effects don't make a good movie. Art is all about meaning, I personally believe, so change the core gameplay experience for a better experience, and don't worry too much about graphics, even though they do help make it feel up to date. But this is still an old game. You will still get NPCs acting like complete NPCs, and you know, you can't really change that, but you can tweak it so it feels a lot more dynamic. Now, to be honest, in this modern capitalistic world, when you go into a storefront or you buy something from, you know, a retail store, wherever you are in America or the UK, most people act like NPCs anyway, because they just have lost the will to live. Let's be honest, who wants to be a goddamn shopkeeper? And that's their whole identity. So you might think these NPCs act unrealistic even with AI improvements, but to be honest, it's pretty accurate with 2023 and how people act anyway. Definitely download this shader, because if you're using an ENB, which I'm not going to get into, there's plenty of tutorials, and I will link a tutorial of basically how to mod Skyrim in 2023, because I'm not going to show you that process. It's not that difficult to do, but when you do have that installed, make sure you download this if you're using an ENB or anything like that. This is also a big bonus, I think. Enhanced lights and FX, it just makes the lighting in the game a lot more realistic, and natural light sources will actually emit realistic lights instead of just coming from Todd Howard's butthole, so that's definitely worth having. And also, I would recommend you don't get an ENB, just like I did with my Fallout modded showcase, and I'm going to do an up-to-date with that. I recommend you don't use an ENB, use Reshade instead, because ENBs can mess up the game quite a lot, and if you mess up installing an ENB, you're gonna have a bad time. You gotta get those giblets if you're a man of culture like me and you like good-looking water. Definitely get enhanced water because it's enhanced. just like my life. Wet and moist, I like to call it, basically just adds realistic effects for your characters and stuff. And to be honest, I'm not as invested into modding as I used to be. When I do use mods, it's to change the fundamental experience. Like I said, change the combat, because the combat is janky. You can download combat overhauls, which I will show you. The gameplay features that keep this game feeling dated, they are the most important. Graphics and detail are for those who need that kind of thing, and those are the ones I recommend. But don't worry too much about it, they're not as important. I would recommend that you use Ultimate Combat. It just overhauls the combat experience, makes enemies way more aggressive and realistic, because the AI can be pretty dumb in this. I mean, you can literally... Skyrim is known for that wonderful meme of putting a bucket over someone's face, and then you can just steal everything in the store. And to be honest, I love that kind of janky charm, which modern day games are losing, because everything has to be sleek and Hollywood and movie-fied, which I don't like. But we might see like this type of stuff in Starfield. But yeah, download this combat overhaul. It will just make it a lot more engaging. And like I said, if you want to change the animations, definitely get something like this, pretty combat animations, because if you're tired of... If you've played Skyrim a lot, okay, and let's be honest, a lot of us have played a lot of Skyrim, and it's pretty old at this point, you want to see holding weapons in different ways, having a more fluid modern experience, so definitely download some animation changes. I hope that you enjoyed this video of Skyrim Modded in 2023 and how to mod Skyrim in 2023, the best mods for Skyrim for this year, and I hope that you enjoy yourself. It might bring back some nostalgic memories. And to be honest, we're not going to get a good Elder Scrolls game for a long time, which is very sad. But you can still completely overhaul this game if you're using a PC. And that's something that we should be thankful for, because Starfield, when that comes out, just imagine the possibilities of an open galaxy, a simulated galaxy, in which the player base themselves can tweak and change everything. And you can transform Skyrim, and I'm sure you'll be able to transform Starfield. That is why Bethesda are still a great team and company, developer, whatever you want to call them. And we need more people like that in the industry, not shady scum that try and, you know, just squeeze as much money from the consumer as possible. They aren't perfect. I still do believe they do care about the player experience and the artistry of games. So that's my opinion. That's Skyrim Mods in 2023. Let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure that you do subscribe and leave a like. And the announcement that I said to watch until the end is I am starting my live stream radio/podcast show pretty soon. So look forward to that. Make sure that you tune in. It's going to be a chill time where we just talk about all kinds of things. I'm going to have different guests on, and I might have a co-host, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I hope you look forward to that and the content coming this year. And if you are new, like I said, make sure you do subscribe. That's very important. It means the world to me, and I really appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next video. Get 16 times the detail today, and join the channel. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.